Okay, maple syrup season, March 9th, 2011. We've just come through a really rugged 2 days of sap. Both tanks overflowed. We were kind of caught up. Got a little rest last night and we're ready to go again. Anyways, a little demonstration about our new setup here that we can help us tell us what's going on from a distance so we can sleep better at night.
My name's Peter. I'm Joseph's brother. I work at Penn State and I do a little bit of electrical engineering there and some other things, but one of the things I try to help Joseph with this season is a little system that will monitor how much sap he collects. So if you look up this way, that's the sugar bush. You can see the lines running up into the woods. Sap comes from individual trees down through the tubes, down into the larger tubes, all the way down in here into this blue thing which is called an extractor, and it allows a vacuum to be applied to the trees while still collecting the sap. So there are two tanks. One is always under vacuum, the other one is emptying, and there's a little valve here that switches back and forth between the two tanks, and we put a little magnet and a small sensor there, and we can monitor when this arm swings from one tank to the other. So it's kind of like your bicycle speedometer with a magnet and a little sensor, and every time the wheel goes past it, the sensor notices it and it can tell how fast you're moving. We're doing the same thing. It goes a lot more slowly, but same idea. So then we have a wire that runs up to a little box hanging here on the ceiling, which you probably can't see, but inside there a little processor, a little microcontroller connected to a cell phone, which is hanging here in this plastic bag. This is a trial year, so it's a little bit low tech. We're just trying to see if it works. Actually, the system is set up to every hour send a message to Joseph's cell phone, a text message that tells him how many times this magnet passed underneath the sensor. And with that information, he knows how many gallons he's collected because these tanks hold about 3 gallons each. So every time he flips, he gets 3 gallons. He gets a text message once an hour, and it tells him how many flips and what the temperature is for the first 15 minutes, the second 15 minutes, the third 15 minutes, and the final 15 minutes of each hour. The system runs all day from 6 a.m. until midnight. It sends a message every hour, and then overnight it collects data, and then just sends him one message at 6 a.m. And we've been using it pretty successfully so far. I think we've been maybe one glitch here and there, but it's last night. We watched it, and we knew that when we got here this morning, the tank would not have overflowed. And in fact, we got here, and there was about 3 inches of space left over. So it's been a good help because the place he actually boils the syrup is about 45 miles from here, an hour and 20 minutes drive through small, windy roads and things like that. So driving up here just to check on how much sap he's collected is a long trip. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of fuel. So if he can limit that trip to only doing it when it's necessary, he saves himself some time and energy and money. And so the way the system works, if you can watch up here, you'll see a green blinking light. That just means the system's on. And then if I move the sensor, the magnet underneath the sensor, you should see a little red light come on. There it goes. That was one flip. And so every time this system does that, if you watch down here, you'll see what's happening. This arm here, there's a little magnet. Here's our sensor pickup. When this arm swings underneath there, right now the light's red, now it's off again. And every time the magnet passes under there, we get a red light, we get an increment in our flip count, and that message goes out every hour. So anyway, we're trying to do a little technology to a very old concept. You know, you collect sap, well, you probably started out with a bucket on a tree. Well, Joseph got a little bit past that because he's got so much of it. He's got plastic tubes, and, well, he needs a little more technology to tell him when all these tubes and pipes and tanks are full. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully it'll keep working, and it'll be a successful season.
All right, and when you go into the next time you go in the store, buy that maple syrup for your pancakes. Don't buy that cheap other
corn syrup stuff.
All right,
thanks for watching. Bye.
Turn this off by just clicking here, right?
Press the start button again.